Damn. The theme song, hitter. Damn. Game of Thrones, hitter. Damn. This can't be life. It's gotta be more. It's so hard to say goodbye to Game of Thrones. Ooh. Oh God. What's going on? We're trying to, we always let the audience come on for a little bit. But I'm sitting here, I'm gonna be in my reminiscence mode tonight. This is roll up moment. Spark some good loud type shit. And really sit back. If you played in the league, we're gonna go back to the beginning of Game of Thrones 2, and we're gonna take a journey through all the things that happened through the entire time of Game of Thrones, man. This is a sad but big moment for us, man. We in the playoffs right now, wild card round of the final season, man. It's been a long run, man. The House of Starks lost power, man. The Lannisters got the sitting on the throne right now. That's demon time in them. A little T, he running shit right now. Jon Stark, you know nothing. But see, this ending, the last series of Game of Thrones 2 Madden, ain't gonna end like Game of Thrones, the real shit, where you was mad as hell at the world. We had some up and comers. We had some veterans that stayed veterans. We had some new blood come in and do some things, man, in a short amount of time. It's been a lot. It's been a long ride, man. It's been a long ride since August. From downloading Madden 21 to 45 patches later, we are now at the end of Game of Thrones. We watched Tom Brady be great in real life. We watched him stay in Game of Thrones damn near the entire 8 seasons. Like he ain't 65 out here. Really taking a moment. If you in this league and you played in this league, taking a moment. Think about all the things you've accomplished as a coach, as a player, your highs, your lows. How many of the players we lost, good coaches that slid off when the smoke got too thick, they slid off. The joking, the clowning, the arguing, the snapping, the being mad, the main commissioner's emotions, all that shit. Everything went down in Game of Thrones. It's not over yet, though. You know what I'm talking about? We watched drafted players out of our draft classes become legends. We watched things that's never been done in the league done when it comes down to records and individual awards and Super Bowls and teams, coaches that you would have never thought would have turned it around. Things like that, man. You watch growth rise up. That's what you watch. You watched us rise up when things look dark and bad, and people thought we wasn't going to be able to be as strong as we was. We rose up. We stepped up and showed who we was. the crew, Game of Thrones, the squad, the members that been around since 17, Madden. I'm talking about the brotherhood, the arguing, the beef, whatever it is. It was all within Game of Thrones. The crew life came back. The rise and fall of Death Row. The rise of the Demon Time. All that stuff came back. The rise of Come Fuck With The Hero. Special players. Bernard, Bo Jackson, who just was getting started, man. Tore his knee out or tore his hip up just like his daddy did. I can't make this shit up. Bernard Jackson hasn't played a game since like week 4 in season 8 with a hip pointer, just like his dad, stunting like my daddy. You can't make this up. The most used running back in the league. Not Saquon Barkley, the other one, George, aka Charles Barkley. Getting traded twice after being the best player in the game, gets traded twice in one season. 3 advances, traded twice. And still showing us that he is who he is. Shit, we got some self-proclaimed coaches that's the best in the league, that's still trying to prove themselves. They got a couple more games left to prove themselves before they step into the big league. It's been a long ride. Some came along for the enjoyment of this long ride. I swear I know it's been a long ride, but it's time to say goodbye. Falcons over Bucks, man. We're not going to talk about the playoff games that they all got played, but we seen some big ones last night, man. Listen, 42-7, Falcons dominated in a divisional game in the wild card round. Dominated the Young Camden. Young Camden got dominated in his first playoff appearance, but hey, man, he got there in 2 short seasons, man. Coming in very late where everybody's built and him taking on a team that he had to turn into his own personality within the season. He got himself in the playoffs. Shoguns, man, through all the trial and errors and the things that he had to do to produce what he produced. Traded for a quarterback and turned this season around in one quick season, man. Gets to the playoffs through the most trying times, man. We had very emotional moments amongst the crews, man. Very emotional moments amongst the bunch of the coaches, and man, rest in peace, King Falky, man. To King Falky's mom, man, rest in peace. My man, still standing strong, you know what I'm saying? He's showing you where he's from and where he is. He's still in the league, balling, still contributing, still putting in, producing, doing his thing, man. Rest in peace to Shogun's father. We just lost him. I'm telling you, we've been through some trying times together, man. All of us. Shout out to my man Mark, who about to get shipped over somewhere in Germany and shit somewhere. They stole his TV. The military took his TV, couldn't play Madden. What happened? He went and got another one. I'm not missing a Game of Thrones game. I don't care about the other leagues. Just don't hit the league on me. I'm going to go get the TV real fast. We good. Commitment. You know what I'm talking about? Cincinnati, do it on the road. 35-28. That was a ball game. Kevin Harvey showed off in that game. Almost pulled the upset. It's funny because the Texans was the home team, but that would have been a upset. 28-35, man. Shoguns was here to play. He wasn't trying to go down easy. That game ended in the last, you know what I mean, the last drive pretty much what it came down to. How about the Seahawks playing the Cardinals again? King Falky versus my boy Antonio Ty. You know what I'm talking about? 34-7 though, almost was a donut. Remember, this was the number 2 seed versus the number 7 seed. Last year, this was the matchup, and the Seahawks knocked Cardinals out. Revenge game. Simple as that. You're not getting me twice. That's what my man said. Nothing's doing. You won't do that shit twice. No way. We had some big time players that came out this draft. Guys that made names for themselves. Before we get to all that, let's just look at the trees right now. Let's go look at the view playoff bracket tree right now. Let's see what's going on around the league and the playoffs right now. So in the AFC side of things, in the 2027 playoff, you have number 2 Jets. Mil Tice balled out this season. He came back off his fast and balled out, man. At one point, he was the number 1 seed up until the last few weeks. Anyway, he's matched up against Albert. The last time they matched up was in the playoffs. And the confident Jets team got knocked out early by the Steelers, man. The Steelers ended up going on to play in the AFC Championship that year. So this is a big matchup. I don't know when it's getting played. I think the latest is tomorrow, 8 o'clock, if they don't play at 11 at night. So that'll be a game we'll be waiting on. How about this? You already know the crew going up against each other, man. You got old head OG, Uncle D West versus the boy, that dude Corey, man. 3 versus 6 over here in the AFC. Chargers versus Bills. We saw this game. This game got played earlier, 4 versus 5. The Lag Bowl, 35-28. The Bengals pulled it off. We'll get into that in a little bit. You slide over to the NFC. I told y'all the rematch game, 2 versus 7, Cards versus Seahawks, another divisional rival game. 34-7, man. Wafi came to play, man, and that defense has been playing good all year for the Cardinals. Through the struggles of the Cardinals offense, they turned it up late. They had a big win against the Ravens in Week 16. And that defense has been playing strong all year long. 34-7 in that ball game. We got the matchup between the Eagles and the Mystery Panthers. Panthers in the playoffs. He joined the league, made the playoffs. Simple as that. 3 versus 6. Can Boone do what he did in season 1 when he went and picked that GM skill to test, and he went and got a bunch of veterans that played for that Eagles team and went right to a Super Bowl? Haven't been back since. Can he do the unthinkable and close out the disc? Well, close out the league, Game of Thrones, with another Super Bowl. 3 versus 6. That's going to be a good matchup. We already saw 4 versus 5. You know what I'm saying? When you get the Young Bucks in the playoffs for the first time in a long time, man, they just, they going up against a guy that's in the playoffs faithfully every year. 42-7, man. This is not regular season football. You get in the playoffs, it's a different animal. And the Bucks found that out today, 42-7. Of course, you see the boy T sitting right there waiting again. He traded Barkley. He spammed the shit out of a rookie running back that he got in a crazy trade, and he made that running back great. He said he was going to do whatever it takes to go into the playoffs to have a baby Barkley again. At the week, deemed him to know you not winning no Super Bowl without no running back. So he went through 3 or 4 of them until he found the one he wanted, and then made him great fast. Absolute rookie with an MVP. I mean, Boone will call it dick riding to the max. But he fucking rolled that little young running back all the way to an MVP trophy. Stole Lamar's last chance to get one. God damn it. And then the Ravens just sitting here waiting, seeing what's going to happen over here, man. They waiting, but you see who the Raven looking at. You see where them eyes is looking right over at the NFC. You already know why. You know what I'm talking about? So we'll get back to the playoffs and all that playoff talk when some of them games get played. I don't want to talk about just a couple games that was played until the entire week is played. The wild card week is played, then we'll get back into it, and I'll break down the games and what happened in those games. What I do want to get to is we have to talk about it. We have to talk about who did what at this point right now for the final season. So let's get to the yearly awards, man. Let's talk about it. Rookie sensation. Cowboys drafted this guy 6, gave up his running back for whatever reason to his boy, and that man turned him into a monster. Jacoby Washington, man, comes out rookie season and takes the MVP over Lamar Jackson. And Lamar had a hell of a Week 17 game, but he went crazy in the run game with like 400 or 500 yards rushing and multiple touchdowns. You can't beat a running back out that got 50 rushing touchdowns on the year. And 1 million carries. But Jacoby Washington, man, my thing is, can that rookie be as productive as he was? Is he gonna hit a rookie wall in these playoffs, or he gonna show up? Simple as that. Because you know what I mean. It ain't hard to make him show up when you can get him on fire. All you gotta do is go, you know what I mean, throw the freight train and a tank on him, and you can. They break every first 3 tackles, so it doesn't matter. But can he do it? Can he do it as being a rookie going up against a bunch of veterans? Can he step up? Simple as that. But Jacoby Washington won the MVP. Let's take a look at AFC. Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson wins that. Offensive Player of the Year, the AFC. And the NFC, Jacoby Washington takes home the MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. And the NFC Defensive Player of the Year, guy that's been doing it every year, Andreas Pedro Morales, once again takes the Defensive Player of the Year. And then the AFC is the same song. Darwin James at that sub linebacker takes that again. Defensive Player of the Year, Darwin James. Offensive Rookies of the Year. Tommy Burst, the backup running back for the Jets, took that. Tyquan Henry came in second. And then Oscar Hill, the speed burner wide receiver, was 3. In the NFC, Jacoby Washington, get back, and Drew Ski. So the Packers are saying, you know what I do best is I run the ball. So I ain't trying to hear all that. Get to the playoffs, I'm going to run the ball. My run game's so dangerous, you're not going to better stop my passing game because you can't stop my run game. So you know he's just going to OP the death out of you with 2 studs, because this guy came in 3rd place, Drew Ski, the running back he actually drafted. Simple as that. Let's look at the defense rookies of the year. Nick Elam, man, this guy came in the fastest corner to come out of last year's draft, and all he did was ball hawk all year long. Smoking Demon Pack. See what he was about to do, man. And the Washington football team had a down year this year, but this guy was on his way to being great if we had another 2 to 3 more seasons. The number 1 overall pick came in 3rd, Sam Mills. AFC Defensive Player of the Year, Sheldon Yarborough, the safety, at 1, Beeson at 2, and Ron Israel, the 6'5" freak, at safety, is in 3rd place for the rookies. Of course, I'm going to talk about the top 3 when it comes down to rookie stuff. But when we get to the best quarterback in the AFC, Lamar Jackson won that award. And in the NFC, Wafid Camden takes that award for the Cardinals, Coach Falky. Best running back, surprise, surprise, Jacoby Washington. And in the AFC, best running back, surprise, surprise, Kyle Wallace. Rest in peace, Kyle Wallace. Kyle Wallace does what he always do. As soon as he became a Patriot, he became a dog. Simple as that. Best wide receivers right now, Cup, Maurice Teller takes it over White Mike. But Maurice Teller takes that in the AFC, and in the NFC, can't be nobody but Dustin Thomas. He got put up numbers that, man, he put up numbers, man. O-line right now, you see the Packers, they run the ball. Everybody on the Packers offensive line is up here, top 5, simple as that. In the AFC, you got Joe Jones, Ravens, and then some Bengal guys. Defensively, Trent Woodbury, man. Trent Woodbury balled out for the Bills. He's in the playoffs. And the NFC, D-line, Brian Burns holding it down. Old man Burns still up there holding it down. Computer Love. Best linebackers, Josh Sweat, old ass holding it down. In the AFC, Devin Bush, Computer Love. DBs, Jalen Ruffin. That's because I threw 7 of them against in the computer game just to him. He took that shit, jumped in front of Rams. Ain't that some shit? NFC. Pedro Morales from that safety spot. But as you can see, all them Packers was doing their thing, man. All of them. Ingram, Valentine, all balled out, man. Annual awards. As you can see who won the awards, man. Shout out to everybody that won the awards. All those players are great players, man. Y'all will be missed. Simple as that. Let's take a dive into career numbers and NFL records. First of all, let's talk about what we're talking about. Let's go look at the NFL and see what quarterbacks is left. From old heads to young boys right now. At the end of the day, the quarterbacks that's remaining in the league are all quarterbacks that's playing on teams right now that we pretty much been playing with from the get-go. So as you can see, Kyler Murray, who's been doing, and we can't say, King Falk had Kyler Murray balling. He did win a Super Bowl. So Kyler Murray does have a Super Bowl, but he also went to them Giants, and for the last 3 to 4 seasons over there in New York, he was balling, man. This guy played at a high level, and Harold had him still putting up a lot of big-time numbers out there. So, we can't sit back and act like he just did it with the Cardinals, because when I click on him in a second, you're going to see what I'm talking about. You're going to see this guy was balling out for the Giants in that monster offense. It almost made Harold Burgers look like a genius GM to make that trade. Honest to God, him and Falk. That trade resulted into Falk getting Wafi Camden in the process, but we saw what he did. So right now, let's see it. Kyler Murray is leading the league, 47,000 yards, 15. Behind him is Deshaun Watson, with a couple seasons that he got to play. Lamar did too, played 2 seasons, I think, without before we started the league. Is in third in the entire league in careers. AJ Solari, man. AJ Solari been a starter since Onk had him. He had a different name at the time, but he's been a starter since Onk had him. Yo, did I just hear it's snowing in Texas right now? Is that what I just heard? Yo, it's a snowstorm in Texas right now. We got power outage and low interest shows. I saw the alert and I tried to change the name, but I don't know. Don't worry about it if it went through. Alright, I'll check it out for you, big guy. Damn, Texas snowing? I heard Tennessee power outage too out there, man. You guys stay safe out in that shit, you heard? We went through it too not too long ago. Is that the same storm, Erica? It just shifted? The storm that's going on right now. Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow. Is Joe Burrow at 5? He said he was top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right outside of it. All right, man. Let's take a look into this. Let's take a look into Kyler Murray real fast. Let's just show the separation between King Falk having him and Harold Burger having him, and showing how he still played at a high level. Let's drop back down here to 2020. So he threw for 7,000 yards, 79 touchdowns with Falk, 35 picks. He threw for 47 with 49 touchdowns with Falk in Arizona. He also came, and these were MVP seasons too, 56, 41, and 82 touchdowns. I think that was an MVP year. And then he threw for 52, 63. Another Arizona moment, 62, 73. And then all he did was be consistently throwing touchdowns and yards here too. 48, 47. Harold Burgers played at a high level with this guy. 47. He did have these 2 years, bad pick years, 52 and 44. But other than that, man, he was flinging that thing. His interceptions went up with Harold Burgers, but the yards dropped down, but not bad. This is still Game of Thrones Hall of Fame numbers from a quarterback right now. Kyler Murray. Good shit, Hero and Falk with him. Deshaun Watson, man, since what he's been doing since 2020. I mean, he threw for in 20 for the Houston. For Houston, he threw 3,589 yards, 22 touchdowns. He did throw 35 picks. So in Houston, he threw more picks than touchdowns for 3 straight seasons, 20, 21, and 22. And then he went to the Jets, and the passing yardage went up, interceptions went down, touchdowns went up as well. As you can see. So Deshaun Watson got better, man. Sometimes you need an environment change. He got better. In the third place spot right now, let's see what Mar did since 2020. 43 and 19, that's impressive. Another 42, 51 and 22, impressive. 35, 69, 39 touchdowns, 24 picks. 41, 30, 55 teats, 20 picks, 57 teats, 30 picks, 58 touchdowns, and 18 picks there. 56 and 23, and I think this is as high as outage right now. 31 INTs in one season, but he also threw the most touchdowns he ever threw in his career at 72 this year. Yeah, that's the highest amount of picks he ever threw. He's never been over 24. Balling. That's what you call balling with the guru. So you come slide down here to Joe Burrow and see what he did over in his since 2020, his rookie season. Another guy that threw the ball at a high level. As you can see, looked like his highest outage was the 5,434, 57 touchdowns, 36 picks. He followed that up with a 45 touchdown, 41 pick season. 35 and 34. He threw a lot of picks. And then he comes back and have a big moment. 57-26, 44 touchdowns and 22. Then the year before that, last year, 2026, he did throw for 47 touchdowns versus 16 INTs. And right now, he threw 42 touchdowns and only 11 picks. Pretty solid, man. Pretty solid. Joe Burrow. Is that Game of Thrones Hall of Fame numbers, though? Is Deshaun Watson a first ballot Game of Thrones Hall of Fame quarterback? Is Kyler Murray? I'm asking the same question for the top 5 quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. Let's look at Solari and what he did over his career. He's always been a Falcon, but he had 2 different coaches over here. So let's see what he's doing. Circle Bob took over. The yards went up. Touchdowns went up. Interceptions went down. Simple as that. He's been between 4,500. AJ Solari. With these passing numbers right here, is he first ballot Game of Thrones Hall of Fame at quarterback? Pat Mahomes tricky because he had a couple of years where he just went off. So I don't know. He really didn't throw the ball as much as we thought. Let's look at Jalen Hurts in the passing game, man. He got a Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl ring. At one point, he was dubbed the best dual threat quarterback in the league since 2020. 51 touchdowns, 56, 69, 65, 39, 37, 46, and right now 64. He's back at it again. 42 picks, though, is the most he ever thrown, but he's done, no, 43, I'm sorry, oh shit, farther than that, 48. Yeah, he threw a lot of 40 season picks, man. That's a lot of goddamn picks. Jalen Hurts. Is Jalen Hurts Hall of Fame? Is he Game of Thrones first ballot Hall of Fame? 1 Super Bowl ring, 1 Super Bowl MVP. Let's see the awards. 3 Pro Bowl appearances, NFC Offensive Player of the Week, and 2020 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Is Jalen Hurts, with those numbers I just showed y'all, is he Hall of Fame worthy? We saw Murray numbers already. I'm gonna do him justice and take a dive into his awards as well. 5 Pro Bowl appearances, league leader in pass rating once. 2019 Offensive Rookie of the Year, 2020 Most Valuable Player, 2020 Offensive Player of the Year, best quarterback in 20. He comes back in 22 and follows it up with a Most Valuable Player, the MVP of the league. Best quarterback in 22, and he comes back in 24 and gets best quarterback as well. The trophy case is huge over there for Kyler Murray, man. And it's funny though because the trophy case is big, man. He put up numbers, and then he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback as well. I think Did he get the MVP in that game? He did throw the ball pretty well in that game. We was flinging that thing all over the place in that Super Bowl. Um, man, Marmar, Pro Bowl, 9 Pro Bowl appearances. Uh, league leader passing rating. He did that twice. 2019 most valuable player. That's not me, so I can't count that. 2020 offensive player of the year. Best quarterback in 2023 offensive player of the year. Best quarterback. 24 offensive player of the year. 26 offensive player of the year, and 26 best quarterback. And we ain't even get to his running numbers yet. I mean, this is impressive, bro. I'm gonna have to go out on a limb and say this, because if you look at, let's go down to him. Let me know what y'all think. Jalen Hurts. See, when you look at Jalen Hurts, you gotta look at him as a whole, because not only did he do it in the passing game, you gotta come over here and look what he did as a runner too. He had one season where he did have 1369 and 20 plus rushing touchdowns, 899 the following year. He fell off running the ball. This is the year I think Christie went nuts. But he's been over 500 yards a year running the ball. But as these guys got better as passers, their run game went down a little bit, a lot actually. But I mean, these are numbers right now. When I get to the rushing, when we get over there, you're gonna see some of these quarterbacks can play with the big running backs over there too. But with Jalen Hurts running the ball and throwing the ball with a Super Bowl MVP and a Super Bowl trophy, is he a Hall of Fame first ballot Hall of Fame Game of Thrones quarterback? That's my question. I think he is. You get over to Lamar Jackson in the run game and see what he did with his feet as well. And you got to judge these guys. You want to stop at 20. We're not going to go down because I didn't do this. But here we go. He had 1137, 15 T's, 943, 921, 1,000. Then he came, at this point, it was 3 running backs in the backfield now, and they didn't have to run the ball at all no more. You want this, Erica? Ten touchdowns, 9, and 10 at this point right now. His carries went down, but man, these are big time numbers for a quarterback that's running the ball and throwing at a high level. In my opinion, Kyler Murray is a first ballot Hall of Fame. He's doing it with 2 different teams, 2 different coaches, 2 different coaching styles. Kyler Murray, first ballot Hall of Famer, Super Bowl ring, multiple MVPs, nothing but trophy and Pro Bowls. Deshaun Watson, are we calling Deshaun Watson a first ballot Hall of Fame? Me personally, I think Deshaun Watson is going to wait a while. I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Lamar Jackson, flat out first ballot Hall of Famer. I think AJ has to wait as well. I don't think he get in right away. Patrick Mahomes, I think off of Patrick Mahomes, for us knowing that he went to a running team and really handed the ball off and threw about 8 passes a game, killed his career. His numbers is huge because he had 3 extra years to play. And then Crack had him early on, and he did do pretty solid with him then. Is Joe Burrow a Hall of Fame first ballot? I think Joe got to wait. I don't think Joe get in as a first ballot. I do think Jalen Hurts is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Flat out. I think Jordan Love career got cut short. He had an opportunity to get to that level of first ballotness, but his career got cut short when he got traded. Let's get to the rushing game, man. Let's see what's going on right now. Of course, carries right now. Let's see who got the most carries in the league. Saquon Barkley still holding it down in his 10th season with 2,561 carries. A lot of carrying. Nyheim Hines carried the ball at a high level. McCaffrey, Chubb. And the guy that's did it the most, he ain't even up there. He ain't even in the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, top 10. He just made the top 10, bro, for him to be doing the things he did. And let's check out the yards. All right, so Nyheim Hines is on top of Barkley because he had plenty of extra seasons to be able to do those numbers. Although Hines' numbers wasn't really crazy even in them seasons we didn't play. But since 2020, Nyheim Hines, he was one of the best running backs in the league for sure. And I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, man. 15,789 yards. He averaged 7.1 yards a carry, 174 touchdowns, 124.3 yards a game. 9 fumbles in his career. Out of all them carries, that's not a bad fumble number right there. And let's dig into Hines and see what he did award-wise. Of course, look, Pro Bowl, 5 appearances. League leader in rushing yards, he did that twice. 2021 Offensive Player of the Year, Best Running Back, Offensive Player of the Year in 22, Best Running Back 22, Best Running Back 24, Best Offensive Player of the Year in 25, and Best Running Back in 25. The trophy case is huge. First ballot, Hall of Famer. George Barkley, without a question. I mean, this guy got multiple Super Bowls, and he's the man. Simple as that. He got more than just the numbers he had, rushing, period, more than just what he did in Green Bay and what he's doing again in New York. Hillburgers get these players and they keep them playing at a high level, man. Much respect to Hillburgers, not letting players go become graveyard spots for himself. This guy has 7 Pro Bowl appearances, league leader in rushing yards 4 times, most valuable player in 24, offensive player of the year in 24, best running back in 24, 25, 26. George Barkley, man, with 2, and then he definitely, I know he didn't get the MVP of the last Super Bowl, but he really was the reason why they won that Super Bowl by a large amount of numbers, because he couldn't be tackled at all in that game. So George Barkley, to me, definitely first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. Saquon, I think Saquon gotta wait. That's my opinion. If you don't agree with me and think Saquon gotta wait, let me know. But I think Saquon gotta wait. I think Saquon got away. I do think he gets in the Hall of Fame because Six Oos did some things with him. I mean, at one point he came and rushed for 2,000 yards and he missed the first 7 games and still came in and rushed for 2,000 with him. So Saquon was still a beast, man. We just haven't seen Saquon do anything since Six Oos got left the team when he got fired from the Broncos, and Saquon really hasn't done shit since. Marshall Faulk, I mean, at the end of the day, this guy got 12,426 yards right now. He's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this list and rushing right now with 12,000, 9.1 yards a carry, 181 touchdowns, 110.9 yards a game, and only 5 fumbles. And he did it in a little amount of carries. And with that being said, Marshall Faulk is more than just a running back for his team, man. Like let's dig into it. This is why he's first ballot for sure. Let's get to the awards first. 6 Pro Bowl appearances, league leader in receptions out the backfield 1 year. 2021 most valuable player as a rookie. 2022 Offensive Player of the Year and 2021 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Best running back in 21, 22, and then he comes back and get an MVP in 23. Offensive Player of the Year in 23, best running back in 23, and then comes back again in 2025 and gets an MVP. So he got the MVP trophy 3 times, man. He's a Super Bowl winner. And not only that, if you take a look at the kid and you look at career stats, he was a dog at receiver, man. I mean, damn near every year but one since he's been in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver. Man, best all-purpose player back in the league, man, for sure. First ballot Hall of Fame, Marshall. What about Joe Mixon, man? Is Joe Mixon a Hall of Famer? I think Joe Mixon is in the discussion of Hall of Fame. I don't think he's a first ballot, but he's in the discussion as Hall of Famer. And sneaky guys up here, Jonathan Taylor and Nick Chubb had a great career too, especially with the Texans. Had a great career over there. LaDainian is coming up as well, man. He was a little later coming out the draft a couple seasons ago. He's only been in the season for 5 years. But look at him. He's in the top 10 at this point right now. And what's crazy is Lamar Jackson is up here with the running backs doing the most. And then you got big backs that was really great that it's hard to leave them off this list. But Bernard Jackson, man, he was a dog. Let's dig into what Bernard did in his short career. So 2 Pro Bowl appearances, and he did have Offensive Rookie of the Year his rookie season. And let's look at career stats. This guy balled out. Rookie season 14, 29 touchdowns. 2000, 1578, and then he got hurt where he got the same injury as his dad with that hip pointer. He was off to a great start though. Damn, Bernard Jackson, man. One of the most scariest backs in the league, for sure, man. For sure. All right, let's get over here to these receivers and see what's going on, man. First of all, we want to see who's catching the ball the most. in the league. You gotta get an old head some love. Now, out of these old heads, Reek is still playing at a high level. But Chris Godwin, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Corey did this himself with this guy, man. I mean, we know he has some years under his belt already, so those numbers don't just start at 2020. But this kid, man, he balled with him. He's the old veteran receiver. To me, he had that Jerry Rice feel to him. How Jerry Rice played at a high level at an old age. He did what Tom Brady did at his old age, kept getting better as they got older and shit. Well, I think Chris Godwin is like that because he's still putting in work now, and you're gonna get to see him in the playoffs, still producing for this team. But young receivers, man, I think it's appropriate to see Henry Ruggs sitting right here. To me, first ballot Hall of Famer, Henry Ruggs for sure. Rich the Barber balled out with him, bro. And if he kept playing and didn't really not play the last 2 seasons, those numbers would be even higher right now. But the guy that we saw do some things, I thought that was him, is not, though. DJ Chark played at a high level for Dirty Rat. This guy go get everything he throw. And then it's crazy because Marshall Faulk is up here as one of the top receivers and receptions right now. Let's go look at yards, see who did what. Reek, Ruggs, Mike Evans had plenty of time to do it. We're going to count Chris Godwin. I think Chris Godwin's first ballot Hall of Fame. How about Big Baller Bennett? As a receiver, and let's not talk about the skill set of this guy. As a receiver, as a pure receiver. Now, and this is not me hating and nothing like that. I just want to, this is why I want to differ the question right now. How many because I watch this guy run by everybody. Like, I mean, literally, he can run fade routes on you. He can run a route tree, crossing route demon. In an open field, he's a savage. But 183 touchdowns. How many of those touchdowns could we say was handoffs, jet sweeps? I mean, his first 3 seasons, he was the jet sweep king. So when you just look at pure receiving talent, right? Pure receiving talent. Is he a top receiver in the league right now? Pure receiving talent. That means running receiver route trees. No gadgets and gimmick plays. Just flat out as a receiver. Is he one of the top 5 receivers in the league? That's what I want to know. That's my question to the mass. Is this guy one of the top 5 receivers in the league? Because I agree, I think he is. And then I think what makes him the best player in the league, like the best weapon in the league, was the punt returns, the kick returns. He could do it from anywhere on the field. Flat out. He was a dog to watch, man. I can't wait to put a highlight reel up against him. Oh my God, I can't wait to put some highlight reels out. DK Metcalf, again, you got to give credit to when a guy goes to another place and still play at a high level. So in Arizona from 2020, he went ham. He went ham here. 17, 13, Arizona. These are all Arizona numbers. Then he get to New York, and he have 2 great seasons in New York. Simple as that. DK Metcalf. Is he first ballot Hall of Famer, though? And he's a Super Bowl winner, just like Big Baller Bennett. Let's go look at Big Baller Bennett numbers. We're not going to just slide past Big Baller Bennett like he wasn't a dog at receiver. I don't care if jet sweeps was his thing early on, because he did that early on. But then when he got back into these years, he was running by people flat out. But, I mean, this guy hasn't had a season with under double-digit touchdowns at all. I mean this is a hell of a start. 31 as a rookie, 35, 32, 27, 25, 13, and 20. Baller, boy. Big Baller Bennett. He had the name for a reason, man. Let's look at the awards this guy achieved. 5 Pro Bowl appearances, best wide receiver in 23 and 25. Is Big Baller Bennett a first ballot Hall of Fame Game of Thrones player? I think so. Then you got Isabella. Man, I just don't. I mean, Isabella was overshadowed by Metcalf, so I think you will have to talk about him being a Hall of Famer. But again, I mean, this guy had 2 and 3 receivers doing what guys can't do at 1. So, got to give Isabella some love and give him some credit. Credit is due. But to me, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. The best wide receiver in the league I don't think he slowed down because he wasn't good no more or people figured him out. He slowed down because the weapons that the Eagles had got in that offense later on, the development of the other three receivers they had, kind of shut Christie down. But to me, Christie is the best wide receiver in the league. Flat out. This guy had numbers that nobody ever conquered. The only person who came close to it was Henry Ruggs, and Big Baller Bennett was kind of close to it. But this guy did some things in the seasons that was unthinkable. 1996, 34 touchdowns, and then he had that record-breaking year with 35. This man, 3,520 yards as a receiver. This guy was 61 touchdowns as a receiver, bro. When you knew what he was doing. At one point, Christie would score off of one formation and one play to the point where the whole league stole the play. Trendsetter. Everybody started running the play that he used to run to be able to score touchdowns with Christie. And he scored 4 or 5 of them a game on people sitting in cover 3 just because of the play he called. Simple as that. Then at one point you watched the entire league running that play. Trendsetter. That's why I think he's the best receiver in the league. Awards: Pro Bowl 3 times, league leader in receptions once, 21 best receiver, offensive player of the year in 22, and best receiver in 22. Best offense, period. Cards. Check the stats. Isabella, Metcalf, Falk, Murray. Look at Wafi, laughing out loud. Not even close. Top 3 rusher. Top 2, top 5 wide receivers. I think something else is coming up. I mean, if you talk about best offenses in the league, yeah, I would put you up there. But I will argue that the Ravens can be in that conversation as well. 3,000-yard receivers. 3,000-yard rushers. Yeah, that offense, top 3 offense, number 1 rushing offense, 4 straight seasons in a row as a whole. Shit, we could talk about that. Let's go. I like that though. I like what you. I mean, the numbers was there. We can get into that conversation, flat out. Any other team, Falky? Since you said that, that's where the conversation grade go. Name 2 to 3 more teams if you can that we can put in this conversation and rank a top 5. You saying career stats? I'm confused. Where we going with that? But I like that. Top 5 offense in the league. You know what I'm saying? Can we put the Packers in it when they have, their quarterback between Jordan Love and Ezekiel Ford, and then big baller Bennett and Barkley? Can we put them in it? All-time stats. I'm on receiver stats right now. So you got Metcalf up here in Isabella. They top 10. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Metcalf 6 on the list. Isabella 7th on the list in yardage. Hollywood, Interstate, man, Paris Campbell. We got some names up here, man. Let's look at touchdowns though. Look at big baller Bennett, 183 receiving touchdowns. Reek 178, Christie 164, Isabella 160, Metcalf 156. That's impressive. Henry Ruggs 139, Maurice Teller 121, Hollywood right behind on 119. The Ravens looking good. You counting guys who already had stats from 2020. We started in 2020. I'm not counting guys that played before 2020. Well, I guess I am, because Hollywood if Hollywood played a year before we started. Like, I'm not counting Reek. Reek had a couple of years before 2020. I'm counting Christie played, Isabella, Metcalf, Ruggs, Maurice, shit, even Hollywood. Shit, Art Monk up here as well. That's some guys that played that played at a high level at this receiver spot right now, man. But touchdowns, 183, 164. We'll call him second. Isabella third, 160. Metcalf fourth, 156. Henry Ruggs 139 fifth. Maurice Teller sixth. Hollywood Brown 7. Chris Godwin 8. We gotta get Chris Godwin. No, now those guys are. Now those guys. We can't got those guys are top 5. I'm confused. Man, hop your ass on chat. Come join this conversation while I send you an invite. I know Chris Godwin had numbers before, he played well before 2020. Let's take a look at it. So he had 17, 18, and 19. If you take those away though, he had a terrible year here, but then after that, man, this guy played solid. I'm not gonna say best numbers, but he balled with him 2 years. Man, he had a 2-year stretch where he really went hand with him. I like Chris Godwin though because I like what the user did with him. Period. But yeah, so we did touchdowns over here. We did yards. Let's go back to the yards again, and let's take out the guys that have been playing well before. So 1, Henry Ruggs. 2, Big Baller Bennett. 3, Metcalf. 4, Isabella. Yeah, 2 top 5 receivers. Christie 5. Yeah, you can't lie. Definitely can't lie there. At all, be honest with you. Defensively, let's look at some numbers defensively right now, man. Like I said, it's hard when you got guys that played well before. So I'm gonna stay away from tackles, but I do want to look at some tackles for losses. Yeah, Christie definitely the best wide receiver in the league, in my opinion. In my opinion, Christie the best wide receiver in the league. Camille Martin as a rookie, look at 126 tackles for loss. I agree with that. Jackson best quarterback. I think Murray would have been able to stay in that conversation though, if he would have stayed on one team. Not taking nothing away from what Harold Burgers did with him, but just if he'd have stayed put. I like that conversation. Barkley best running back, Falk best overall running back. I like that. AP all-purpose back, Falk best running back of the league, Barkley. I agree with that. Nyheim Hines, second best running back in the league. If you think they're at fault, we can't sleep on him. This is impressive. Camille Martin with 126. Hines second best. 126 tackles for losses here. Kenny Clark did it as well. Saragusa right here, 120, boy. And then Marvin Thomas, the other deep tackle that did it. Patrick Queen high up on here. Winfield from the safety position is sitting in the top 10. Julius Peppers, the outside linebacker, to me was the best outside linebacker in the league, 91. Let's look at sacks right now. Now, when you go to sacks, it's going to be crazy because I'm going to have to go AFC to really show it. Aaron Donald, not going to count him, and this is all computer love. So Julius Peppers really led the league at this point. Lawson played at a high level before he got traded. The Bengals really did that himself with Lawson. NFC, you got Joey Bosa, 102. All right, Rashad Lawrence with 101. Pure from 2020 to where we at now. Montez Sweat as well. Hit a ball out with Montez for sure. And Chase Young, man, top 10. This is crazy, bro. This guy had, and this was supposed to happen like that though. 99 and a half. Both of them was almost at 100. 92. 2 out, 2 D ends, bro. That's serious right there. When you look at interceptions, come on, bro. Isaiah Simmons with 100 picks. We talking about 100 interceptions right now. Wow. Wow, that's impressive. 100 picks. Winfield, 72. Brian Macklin in his short career, 63. Acme, 62. Deion Jones, and then Jabril Peppers. Hellberg's had Jabril stepping, bro. Um, that's NFC. Let's see what the AFC look like. 'Cause I think it's Darwin over here at 89, and the next person to Darwin is 63, and that's impressive with Justin Reed. This was all Shoguns too, right here. He had Justin Reed playing at a high level, bro. Man, some guys got some picks. Ramsey up here, 59. A lot of it. He had some years before that. Dean, Adoree Jackson, Buda Baker. Shit, even Jesse Bates playing all over the place. This guy played every position in the league. Corner, linebacker, DN, everywhere. You gotta watch him. You don't pay attention. A to be at corner. Ruffin be cheating his ass off. Look at Nano with Ty Law with 51 of them things, man. Career stats, fellas. Career stats. Let's look at the NFL record right now and see what happening. All right, so we'll talk about games right now, man. A lot of this, we play computer over here, so a lot of this is computer love. For real though, but everybody's quarterback. You look at the numbers: 2027. Let's go back. Let's go down to who's at the bottom. 23. This is all us doing this. When you get up here to them big numbers, this is when it got late and we didn't care. Especially right here, I was trying to get the MVP on his ass. He still got it. Passing touchdowns in the game. Joe Burrow went bonkers, 13, 10. Hurts, Murray with 10. Lamar with 10, Watson threw 10 in the game, Herbert threw 10 in the game. All our players is up here. Rushing yards. I think he just did that. Come on, man. That's why he got the MVP. Who let him rush for 572? This don't make no damn sense. T, 572. T, 523. 5, T, 517. T, 504. Oh my God. This nigga crazy. He don't give a fuck. He running the ball. No wonder you got kicked out that other league. Naeem Hines, 503. Barkley. Look, Barkley. Mozart had it. Hines and Saquon. Boy, T went hamburgers. Look, 9 rushing touchdowns. Come on, man. Who the fuck gave up 9 rushing touchdowns? You know what? And I wonder why I come out my last week 17 game like, yo, I think I got that shit locked. Who he play? And this guy rushed for 527 and 9 teats. God damn. 24, he rushed for 8. 24, he rushed for 8 twice. Oh, God. That wasn't computer love. There ain't no damn. He did that shit on the Rams. Miles Sanders, Hines, Barkley, and LaDainian has 6. Computer love. Receiving yards. Henry Ruggs, 542 in the game. That was on the human. 535. White Mike. E. Clancy, computer love. Reek, computer love. Reggie Bush, regular. I don't know who he did that on. I don't know if CPU played better run defense. Haha. Christie. Right. $418, Christie, $399. And the Eagles, Dustin just did it, $396, man. Receiving touchdowns in the game. Christie with 8, comes back with 8. Remember, 1 route, 8 touchdowns. 1 route, 8 touchdowns. 7. Henry Ruggs had 7 in the game. Christie did it again. Big Baller Bennett. Christie. Christie owns. That's why he the best receiver in the league. Simple as that. And that wasn't computer love. Nothing. He was doing that to users. I remember that year. Catches in the game. Mark Andrews, 24. Anybody else up here? Dustin did it. Eagles. Dustin did it twice. 20 and 19. Defensive sacks. It's all old heads up here. I don't see. 22. Anderson for the Jets. That's the linebacker Peppers though. Arrington and 24. Peppers, there you go, 25. Hardesty and then Peppers again for the Lions. At D tackle, boy, he had 6 in one game. INTs in one game. Oh my God, remember this when he broke, as soon as he got the league? Cheated. But he still, that's 10, that's impressive still. Computer or not. Darwin balled out. Pedro up there. In the season, passing yards, Kyler Murray. Tom Brady, Wafi Camden. That's impressive to do it with two different quarterbacks. Lamar, Murray again, Wafi, impressive. Twice with two quarterbacks. Herbert, Kyler Murray, and Jordan Love, man. Production, baby. That's production. Passing touchdowns, 82. Not only did he throw for 82 with Kyler, he comes back and throw for 82 again with Wafi. Oh my God. 79 with Kyler, Wafi 76, Murray 73, Lamar 72. Jesus. Hurts 69, Love 69, Brady was 67, and Hurts again with 65, man. Impressive. Rushing yards, 3,344 yards with two different running backs. 3,321. This is disrespectful right here. Hines comes in with 29.50, and then Barkley does it again. Hines, Wallace. That's impressive. Nando did it with two running backs himself. Barkley, Mozart, Hines. Simple as that. Rushing touchdowns. Barkley, Washington, Barkley. Herrera did it, 38. Marshall, 37. And another running back he did it with, 36 touchdowns. T just a running ass boy. Cardinals, 36. Hines, 34. And Barkley, boy. He doing it with three different running backs, rushing touchdowns. Christie, 3,520 yards. He comes right behind it with Dustin with 3,460. Oh, my God. Henry Ruggs, 29, 27. Bennett, 25. DK Metcalf. You got Chris Godwin, had that unbelievable year in 2024. Isabella. I mean, you guys doing it with more than one receiver, man. Look at Boom. More than one receiver up here, man. Henry Ruggs, impressive. Bennett, too, man. Falk, Isabella, and Metcalf. And old man Godman said, anything you can do, I can do better. Receiving touchdowns, Christie, Dustin, 61-41. Big baller Bennett, 35. Christie, 34. Jalen Boone. Whatever happened to Jalen Boone? 32. He was a dog. 32. 32. Isabella Rieger, 31. Big baller Bennett and Reek. Catches. Dustin Thomas, 160. Christie in third. You slide down here. Big baller Bennett did it too. 125. Defensive sacks. Montez Sweat, 23. Shaquille Griff did it in 24 with the Packers. And Falk did it with 21. So three of y'all up here. Good shit, Hitter. Hitter holds that down with Montez Sweat. Defensive interceptions. Darwin had 26 in the season. Isaiah 19. Amos had 18. Isaiah did it again, 18. Earl Thomas 17. All T. Crack did it. Boom. T and Crack. We're not gonna be able to do career as you can see it, but I'm gonna still see if anybody. First of all, let's just see if anybody made this list. Any of our players? None. It's hard to do with the career though. Passing touchdowns. Here we go. Kyler Murray, 495. Lamar, 473. Jalen Hurts, 427. We up here. Falky, and Boom. Rushing yards. Hines. Barkley. Saquon. And that's it. Rushing touchdowns. Barkley. Marshall. Barkley, 236 rushing touchdowns. Jesus. 181. Shattering Emmitt Smith record. 174 with Hines. Mixon came up here with 152. Saquon. Jonathan Taylor up here with 116. That ain't bad. Receiving yards. Rice. Let's see if we got anybody up here. Yep, Ruggs. Ruggs made the list. That's crazy. Rich for shitting with Ruggs, bro. He was 95% of his offense. Receiving touchdowns. Big baller Bennett, 183. Right behind the great Jerry Rice. Reek, 178. Christie, 164. Isabella. DK Metcalf, Ruggs. Falk got two of them up there, big time. Catches, I doubt anybody gonna be on here. Nope. Sacks. Can we get any of our guys up here? Nope. AntHits. Isaiah Simmons is the world record with 100. Darwin James with 89 right behind him. Anybody else? Gilmore 78. Winfield 72. Amos 69. Most of that was T. And that's career, man. As y'all can see, career numbers is crazy right now, man. That's just a little dive into it, man. Tomorrow we're going to come back with an episode and we're going to talk about who was the best players in Game of Thrones overall. Like just best players offense at each position, defense. We're going to talk about it when we get the whole crew on, man. And we want to get Demon Time on too and have a real big discussion between all of us on who's and start breaking down the all Game of Thrones team. You know what I'm saying? This is AntHits, the franchise guru, man. A little special one-on-one with y'all, man. I took an hour by myself to get busy with y'all because it's so hard to say goodbye to Game of Thrones. To holler at me, you heard?